Hi, welcome back. This week is number 50 of my posts for Stories for Humanity since the beginning of lockdown. And I want to take a moment to say thank you to all those who've been following and commenting, and an invitation for others to please do the same. Share them out and please comment, and let's keep some conversation going. It was another reason to celebrate this week. Our team at Lead with Humanity attempted something which stretched us in ways that we didn't think we could be stretched. And I think we pulled it off. And so it's been a great reason to celebrate this week from our side. We all know what COVID has been doing through no fault of their own. Some businesses have been wiped out. And through no brilliance of their own, other businesses have flourished. And somewhere in between, a resilient army of people have continued to keep children safe and off the streets. They've tilled the soil of their inner city farms. And in between the heads and tails of this global coin toss called COVID, we still see some extraordinary artists who've been able to conjure up magical culinary delights from their Yeovil kitchens. We've seen brave people take step after vulnerable step as they find a precarious balance along the tightropes of their own lives. This week, we collaborated with a leading university business school and an international bank to provide an online immersion. That sounds like a fun run, or a silent scream, or controlled chaos. It's an oxymoron, seriously funny. But in that process, maybe it worked, perfectly imperfect as any immersion should be. We met Mam Kanye in the Home of Hope, who still is saving young children and has saved 10,000 young children over the last 20 years off the streets. We spent time in Marufilwe's inner city garden and tilled the soil with her, and she provides health and hope for her community through her farming. We spent some time with Sansa in his Yeovil kitchen, who not only cooked for us, but also kept us enthralled with his energy and spellbound by his storytelling. And as we met all of these people, I could feel my heart full, my old life returning, purpose. My lungs were full of air above the abyss. I felt a little more sure-footed in the unsteady uncertainty of wobbly Wi-Fi. I was walking the tightrope, and for the first time in months, I felt the fun in being a funambulist, a tightrope walker. Each of these extraordinary people should have a story of their own, and they will get one through Stories with or for Humanity. But we would also meet somebody else that caused me to stop in my tracks. His name is Mpumi Mtsinso. He's the entrepreneur behind an extraordinary little business called Book Ebony. Ebony is a bicycle in township slang. And he has a bicycle tour operation in Soweto. He, too, had a full booking sheet in February, but absolutely nothing in March. He watched this booking sheet being erased before his very eyes, but he found the one green chamber in a roulette wheel of black and red. And he would pivot his tour company into a last mile delivery service. He would go where courier companies couldn't or wouldn't go. And he was able to do this through his connection. He knew every unnumbered house in Soweto, in the areas in which he operates. He knew every back street, every pothole in the road. And he even knew each group of gangsters who allowed him safe passage because of his connection with them. He is riding this cycle, and seemingly he is loving the ride. We signed off that day knowing that we had taken a step into our own future and that emotions are still real, even on a virtual platform. But overwhelmingly, the group still longed to hug Mam Kanye. They still longed to kick the soil and get good earth under the fingernails whilst farming with Ma Refilwe. And we couldn't wait to sit with Sansa and share from the abundance of his platter, but also of his person. Of course, we cannot wait to go cycling with Mpumi when things open up. Amazingly, and this was for me a sign of the synchronicity, maybe in the order of things, that as we signed off, I walked into my daughter's room, and typically there was music playing, and the song that was playing was from The Greatest Showman, a wonderful movie. It's written by Michelle Williams, and it's called, of all things, Tightrope. The lyrics struck me. Some people long for a life which is simple and planned, tied with a ribbon. Some people won't sail the sea because they're safer on land to follow what's written. But I'd follow you to the great unknown, off to a world we could call our own. We're walking a tightrope, and I guess during COVID, many of us are walking a tightrope. And if you feel that you're walking that tightrope, keep walking. And Mpumi, as you ride this cycle, keep pedaling. We'll see you on one of your tours soon. In the meantime, have a wonderful week ahead, and thank you for listening in. See you next time.